Thousands of Nintendo Switch 2 consoles have been stolen, and we have no idea where they are.
Crazy.
Metroid Prime 4, almost out or not? I mean, something is happening in London. And I'm gonna unbox the Nintendo Switch 2 dock. I got the official dock. I ordered it, and there's a valid reason for that. We'll get to that at the end of this podcast. Oh, no, wait, because at the end, there's a certain book right next to you, Remco. Can you show it to the viewers at home?
Of course, yeah.
The Nintendo 64 Encyclopedia. I'm sorry I'm interrupting you. Given to me by my mother. Hello, Ilona. What did you want to say, Remco?
No, nothing. Just want to say what this book is about, but yeah.
About the Nintendo 64. And at the end of this podcast, we're going to read one of the Nintendo 64 games. And then one of us is going to guess what game, the other player or reader.
Yeah, it's going to be me. I'm going to guess it this time.
Yeah, you're going to guess it. And last week, I didn't guess that it was, or I did guess, it was Killer Instinct Gold! And you at home can also guess. So stay till the end, be sure to subscribe, like, and let's hit the intro. Alrighty then. So thousands of Nintendo Switch 2 consoles have been stolen, Remco-chan.
Where are they?
Yes, well, they're not here. Or are they? Anyways, before we head into this subject...
let's show a little clip.
A little clip from a very nice woman who's telling you more all about it.
There's in Arapahoe County say someone broke into a semi-truck and made off with more than $1 million worth of gaming consoles. Deputies say that truck driver discovered the theft during the inspection at a Love's truck stop June 8th in the town of Bennett. Inside his trailer were more than 2,800 Nintendo Switch 2 consoles with a total value of $1.4 million. The driver was hauling that shipment to a GameStop in Texas at the time. Investigators aren't sure where that theft happened, whether it was in Bennett or at one of the truck's earlier stops. Anyone with information is asked to call the Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office. We are talking to an expert about the theft. We're going to have much more on that on 9 News at 9 and 10.
That took a long time, those 44 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, man. She just kept on talking.
Yeah, and I held my breath for 45 seconds.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, me too.
But it's crazy. So she was saying like 2,800 Nintendo Switch 2s were stolen from this truck.
Yes.
With an estimated value of $1.4 million.
Yes. So, it's interesting. What is interesting is where are those Switches? And someone is trying to sell them right now, I feel. Yeah. Or are they like keeping, staying low? Like, okay, because if you're suddenly...
Yeah, maybe, but...
What
was in Texas? Yeah, maybe they're all on Craigslist or something in America.
Just imagine that you have almost 3,000 Switches in your house, in your garage.
Yeah.
That's a lot. 3,000 of these boxes. Like, how big? I mean, it's quite a lot, actually.
It's quite a lot, yeah. Only 2 over there or 4, yeah. That's already a lot.
Could it fit in this kitchen? 3,000 in this kitchen right here. Could there be 3,000? Maybe there could be, yeah. Because
it is a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
But I think it can fit in a kitchen. So it can fit in a house like this, right?
That's possible. Maybe in a garage box or something. Yeah.
And then someone has to slowly sell them. You know what it is with these Switches? They got serial codes, of course.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to tell you right now. They got.
Tell me all about it, Remco.
Serial codes, and something new Nintendo has introduced. They can block your Nintendo Switch 2 on a distance. So the serial code, maybe they're gonna do that actually. So those Switches cannot be used.
And then it will be very unfortunate for someone at Craigslist or eBay or something that bought a second-hand Nintendo Switch 2 for a hefty price. Actually, so you don't have the thieves with it, but you have the good people with it.
Yeah, the good people, yeah. Or maybe if you're gonna buy it like for a very cheap price, like be careful, like
€20
it's
or
too
dollars.
Cheap. No,
then you know.
And if you know, you know. And
just like here in Amsterdam, like if someone and it happens a lot here in Amsterdam, like on the streets, like, hey, you want to buy a bike? You want to buy a bike? And then it's like €15. Then it's a stolen bike, probably. Like not a sane person will sell their bike for €15.
No, that's crazy.
And it's like, drugs here. Because you're just walking on the street and then you hear these voices in your ear like, hey, you want to buy a bike? You know, but you're like, hey, you want to buy cocaine? But no, it's like a bicycle. Huh? It's really like that, you know. And even if I walk with my bike, they're whispering in my ear like, do I want to buy a bike? Like, I already got one. Okay, so it's going to be like that. You want to buy a Switch? You want to buy a Switch too?
Yeah, I got one for you.
And then, hey, you want to buy a Switch too? Yeah.
Something like that.
I can hook you up. You want to buy a Switch too? As in, you want to buy a bike and maybe a Switch too? As well. Yeah, you understand?
Well played.
Yeah. You know, speaking about well played, I can also play very well with this guy right here, Dr. Mario, Beat Your Ass. If you want to see that, please let us know in the comments down below. Remco plays with Ganondorf, I mean, and, well,
there's something really sad also. Well, this is also sad, by the way, but sad that those over almost 3,000 Nintendo Switch 2 were stolen, and it was they were meant for the GameStop in Texas. And I also heard about this story that the GameStop in Texas, they like stapled like receipts into the Nintendo Switch 2 screen. So maybe these were meant for the people who got the Nintendo Switch 2 and it was like a little bit broken or damaged, and they were being replaced. Maybe
that. I mean, that is very unfortunate. So those GameStop employees, first of all, indeed, they stapled the box, which is already insane. Like, okay, crazy. Why would you staple the box? Because you want to keep the box. Some people want to keep it in perfect mint condition, right? Like, imagine that you buy a one-piece trading card game box, and people, you know, staple the receipt on your, you know, on that box, and then through the cards and stuff. And then Nintendo, this company that makes gaming systems since the 80s and is around for more than 100 something years. They put the screen of the Switch 2 on top of the, just on top of this box. You know, the box is like this. There's a whole box, and then just one thin layer of curtain with the screen like this. That so it's strange from Nintendo and from the GameStop. Like, why is the Switch first of all not like face down in the box, and why not also a piece of extra curtain or like foam, you know, in
something
between
to protect it? Like, but that's actually crazy. I didn't thought about that.
Only at the bottom. You know, only at the bottom. So that's very strange. They could have put something in there. So yeah, but yeah, those people in Texas Rangers, they're all very, you know, they still have a lot of guns over there in Texas, right? Like they like their guns. Yeah? So yeah, be careful. Just they're angry right now in Texas.
Yeah, they're angry, and they're. I know. What?
No, sorry. You want to say something?
No, but I know we're angry. It's you should be angry about this. Yeah.
Just imagine that you are an angry Texas Ranger, and you order a Switch 2, and then 2 times you are not able to get it. You know, but I feel like maybe those people, already, maybe they got a second Switch already somewhere else. Like, would you really wait so long for? Would it take so long for Nintendo to send a second batch to the same GameStop also?
No, I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe they.
Because it's sad. It's the same GameStop, but
yeah, but maybe it's just a coincidence. But I thought like, hey, well, it's quite strange. Like, it's happening over here.
Yeah. But I think maybe Nintendo already sent an extra batch to them. I hope, because it's been like the 5th of June, right? Like it's been 20 days, right?
Yeah, Nintendo is very quick with also sending stuff. So yeah, I don't think so. Yeah.
It is interesting. The same GameStop, so maybe it is connected. Maybe some people were really angry, you know, and maybe it's them actually.
Like really.
Yeah, like you stapled my Switch. I'm gonna, you know, rob your truck. You know.
Yeah.
No, something like that.
Yeah, maybe. Like, where's this truck? Oh. Well, nobody gets a Switch then. Like
yeah, no, really, because maybe it's actually they're not the victims anymore.
No,
it's
the other way around.
Yeah. Interesting.
Well, it also helps boost the sales of like, we have to sell a lot more now.
2,800. It's crazy actually.
That's a lot. Well, yeah,
it's not 280. No, 2,800.
Yeah. That's a lot. That is a lot.
That is a lot. So it's being investigated. Blah 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 blah. And for the rest, there's nothing else to say about this. I think, right?
No. That's it.
I'm happy that I got my Switch 2. You too?
Yeah, me too.
Okay, hashtag me too. Metroid Prime 4 out now?
Yeah, that was really strange news. Like,
That is very strange.
Yeah.
And just imagine you're living in the UK, which is already strange. How you left Europe, and then you're waiting at this London metro station named the London Metro Station Oxford Circus, which is already a peculiar name. Like, is there a circus over there in Oxford, like 24/7? I don't know. Is Oxford in London? I don't know. But the metro station's name is Oxford London. No, Oxford Circus. Sorry. That's indeed the same name as the Circus CD from Britney Spears. The checking, is my mic still working? Yes, everything's recording. Okay, double checking it right here because you never know.
You never know.
And at this metro station, you're waiting there, which is already like, okay. And you see this big, huge billboard. Now in frame, I'll show a photo. It's insanely huge and big. That's what she said. And then you see Samus Aran. Out now, you know.
Yes.
And of course the game is not out now, Metroid Prime 4, but the whole platform, you know, was filled with ads for Nintendo Switch 2. So there was Mario Kart, other games, but also Metroid Prime 4 out now. And it is interesting. And why is this interesting, you ask?
Yeah. Why is it interesting?
Because it made me think, like, hey, maybe Metroid Prime 4 was supposed to be a launch game for the Nintendo Switch 2. Yes.
Oh,
They did this whole platform and multiple games, and also Metroid Prime 4 out now, Mario Kart 4 out now. Not 4, Mario Kart World. Mario Kart 4, that is Mario Kart Double Dash, I think. That's a long time ago.
Going back. Nice
Yeah.
Mario Kart, though.
Very nice. I think that's Mario Kart 4, not sure, but I think that's the fourth one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
So I feel like that is probably, you know, the reason why. I mean, the graphics are there, like Metroid Prime 4 Beyond out now. And it's not going to be like, okay, this is a poster for somewhere in September, October. Here you got it, poster guys. You know, like the mix-up wouldn't happen if it was going to be for later this year, right? Like, because it happened now and together with all the other posters and billboards, I mean.
It's too soon.
So that's why I feel like it was planned as a launch game, you understand?
I think it's quite possible, actually.
Yeah. And then something happened, of course, like it happens, you know, like it does with Metroid games, you know, or this one in particular. And it got delayed with a few months, and that's why we only got Mario Kart as a launch game. But the poster guy still, he made a mistake. He's not playing games because, I mean, if we would hang up those posters, I would call Nintendo immediately. Hey, Fudukama, this poster out now. I don't think it should happen. So it's interesting that this poster guy didn't think of it, right? Like,
he was playing games, but different kind of games, not video games. He's like, oh, I don't mind. Just post everything, just paste on the wall, and that's it. Maybe he just did an oopsie, I think. Like, oh,
yeah.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think he plays games because maybe he's just a PlayStation gamer or something, you know, something. Yeah, I guess.
What's the joke? He's playing games, like.
Yeah. But I mean, what's the game then? Like, because it's not. Yeah, what's the game? It's not fun.
Like a joke, like.
Yeah, but it's not a joke, right? It's like
for
really,
him, it was a joke, probably. But
yeah.
he's not a gamer, no.
No, I don't think he's playing. You know.
Mind games.
Yeah. I understand you, but he's just. You know, that would be if it really was his intention, but he was handed the poster to stick it up. You know, he's not the creator of the poster or something.
No, but
because then he was really playing games. If he's creating the poster, like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck Nintendo over. You know,
I'm like, oh, I didn't get a Nintendo Switch 2. Well, let's do this. But I think maybe.
Oh, you think it's connected to the robbery in Texas and the GameStop thing? The poster guy that he's actually from Texas, and
but I think that the person who gave him these posters, who like issued it, like, oh, here are the posters, like somebody in between made this mistake, like the one putting it on the metro on the. He's not like, oh, Nintendo Switch 2, oh, Mario Kart, yes, Mario Kart, Metroid Prime 4, okay.
No,
he doesn't care. Like, he's like, okay, we'll just put it on.
Yeah. But I'm just saying because I know
somewhere these posters.
I mean, yeah, there's of course people in between, and he is not selecting the posters himself, so of course. But I know a couple of these poster guys here in the Netherlands myself, and if I, for example, would work as a poster guy, I would know, you know, like, hey, wait a second, Metroid Prime 4 is not out now. This poster is not correct. It shouldn't be here. You know, I would make a phone call. You know, that's what I would do.
Okay.
So you think this person did know, and on purposely still decided, because he didn't get a Switch 2, right? That's what you...
Yeah, that was just a joke, but he probably didn't know. He's probably not a gamer. And maybe if he's a gamer, he's underpaid, and he's like, okay, I'll just do what I'm told. Like,
okay. Because it's a nice theory, though. Because, he could be from Texas,
Maybe.
Maybe he did order one, at that GameStop, and now he...
Yeah, then he moved to England.
Okay, fuck this. I'm gonna go. I didn't get my. And they stapled my Switch. I'm gonna, emigrate. It could be.
It could be. Yeah, it's quite far fetched.
Yes, that's also Pokemon.
That's also Pokemon, but
that's nice how you always know a way to implement Pokemon into our conversations, Remco. Like somehow, even when I talk about very sad stuff in my life, and you always bring up some Pokemons.
Yeah, you some Pokemon cards like to cheer you up.
Yeah. So, interesting theory. That's it, I guess. I don't know. I wanted to say something else, but then this far-fetched Pokemon came, and now I don't know anymore. So,
no Metroid Prime 4 out now. Oh, yeah. It's out later.
It will be out later. It will be probably out
September, October, something like that.
Well,
or later,
not October, because October is the month when your favorite game comes out.
Oh, yes.
The 16th of October, right? Pokemon ZA.
ZA.
You got a tattoo, right, somewhere? Like ZA, 16th of October?
Yeah. On my back, like...
Yeah. I didn't see that, and I don't want to also. So I don't think October, because it's Pokemon.
Yeah.
So November or September is also still empty, actually.
Maybe
right?
on the 5th of November, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. V for Vendetta. The 5th of November.
No, it's going maybe around December. I think maybe the end of the year.
I hope it's not at the end of the year, because I really hope that there's another big game at the end of the year. Like a 3D Mario or something, or something like Give Me F-Zero, something. Dr. Mario. In a 3D platforming Dr. Mario game. Awesome. Just throwing pills everywhere, crazy. But yeah, if it's the end of the year. Because I think there's something else coming also at the end of the year. So it cannot just be Pokemon and then Metroid Prime 4. In every month there will be something, like so Bonanza next month. And then we still got August and September. So I think maybe before ZA or after, but not at the end.
No. Man.
But it's coming this year, right?
Yeah.
They said 2025.
Yeah. You saw the posters in the metro, right? In the Oxford Circuit.
No, but that was. But I mean, Nintendo said that it was gonna come in 2025.
Yeah, so they announced it, like the two versions, also like the Switch 1 version, Switch 2 version, also.
Yeah.
It's coming, all right.
It's coming.
Prepare yourself.
Prepare for trouble. So, prepare for trouble. That is, of course, a quote from one of our favorite games, Pokemon Puzzle League. But let's get to the more important stuff.
Oh.
Sorry, Remco?
No, you're always talking about Pokemon, so yeah.
Yeah. It's time to unbox the Nintendo Switch 2 dock. Yeah. This is the dock, the Nintendo Switch 2 dock. I ordered it in Germany. I mean, I had to order it at the Nintendo website, and they sent it to me from Germany. Mm-hmm. So that's the only bad thing about this dock. For the rest, all good. It looks thin. It looks nice, like the box, very thin.
I've never seen one, actually.
I've never seen one as well.
Also in the stores, like for the Switch 1, you don't...
And for 8 years long, I was thinking about buying a Nintendo Switch 1 dock, but it was sold out many times, And then eventually, when I really wanted to buy one, it was not available anymore at all on the internet as well, the Nintendo Switch 1 dock.
Oh, yeah.
And it was at this moment, when people felt like, oh, that's because the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming, and then maybe you can put your Nintendo Switch 1 also in the Nintendo Switch 2 dock, blah, 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 blah. Well, that all didn't happen, all those rumors. At least now, within how many weeks? Within 20 days of the release of the Nintendo Switch 2, I got my Nintendo Switch 2 dock. Let's say a little bit more than 2 weeks.
Of course.
It's insane. That I have this box, because it's like 110, 120 euro, guys. Please. So why did I feel the need to buy this dock, Remco? Maybe you want to enlighten the viewers at home?
Yeah, so we in this channel, we're also gaming a lot.
Yeah, well, and not a lot, but we want to.
And we want to show you guys also like how we're gaming, and we were changing up the setup and stuff happened and stuff went wrong, and he was like, "Oh, well, I have to switch my dock every time to the computer from the TV screen, blah blah blah, all the time." And then was like, "Well," he was like, "Oh, but I can also buy like a second dock. Then I only have to take the Switch, put it inside from the one dock to the other dock."
Yes.
I'm like, "Oh."
And I think that more YouTubers actually do this, probably.
Yeah.
But this was before the genius idea of Remco when he said like, "Hey, just use your 8-meter HDMI cable," because I can also just switch the cable, of course, like and then I don't have to switch the docks. But yeah, now I have a second dock, also handy for when I travel, because I will put this dock in my TV stand, the TV stand, and it's very difficult to get it out of the stand, but it looks nice, dust free, and then I can use the second dock here at the computer and to travel. So it's very pricey.
Yeah, but I think
like, why is it so expensive? 115 to 10 something euro.
It's so expensive. But one of the things I was thinking, well, you can see it on here. It also has a separate charger. Like, I was like, is it only the dock or is it also the charger? So you also have the charger for your travel. So you don't need to grab that charger that's in use right now. So that's good.
That is good. It's a special charger or something, like a very quick and the cable. So
the cable, yeah.
So that is good.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna unbox it. Well, let's look at the box. It's a dock. I mean, here you see some images of 2 people playing, and then this set includes all the accessories you need to connect your Nintendo Switch 2 console BEE001 to a TV. The included AC adapter can be used to charge Nintendo products, such as the following, all sold separately. Now, such as the following. Here comes a wildest Nintendo Switch 2 console, Joy-Con 2 controllers, Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller, blah 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 blah. Let's get to it.
Slight disclaimer, like that people don't think, "Oh, I'm gonna buy this dock, I have to switch." No. Yeah, some people might think that, right?
Yeah. It's nice. It was sent to me, by the way, by Nintendo themselves, right? This little Mario behind Remco is the inside of the box. At your other side. Yes.
Yeah, it's over here.
In a red box it came. Okay, here we go. So. Very nice. This is an empty box.
Oh. And it's gone.
Here we got some instructions. Like, don't throw your dock from the balcony. Stuff like that. We got a HDMI cable.
Very nice.
Didn't expect that, actually, because
ultra, yeah.
I thought it was just, but okay, nice. Also an HDMI cable.
Very fast.
Here we got the USB-C cable to charge.
Oh. Good cable.
And maybe you can take this one out, the plastic.
Yep.
Beautiful. Does it say Nintendo on the side somewhere?
It says.
It says Nintendo. Nice. And here we got the dock. So very simple, actually. No colors inside here. I mean, in this box. Just a simple box, nothing else.
No box art.
No box art.
Nothing.
Would be nice indeed, because.
Yeah.
And here we got the dock. Well, we all know what the dock looks like, so.
Yeah, it's.
I just think, like, why is it so expensive? But yeah, Remco puts it far away out of frame. You can also put it here, like, next to the Switches. Like it's a Switch 2 unboxing. Switch 2 dock unboxing. So beautiful. I'm very happy with my second Nintendo Switch 2 dock. Yes.
Well, it looks nice. It looks identical, actually.
It looks identical to the first dock, which is now out of frame right there. So
it's over there.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, I know it's over there.
I'm pointing there, but it's out of frame for the people at home. Yeah, it's identical. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just too bad they don't sell different colors for a dock. Maybe
it will happen in the future.
Yeah, maybe red one, white one. I don't know, Zelda one.
It will happen in the future. I mean, we're just 20 days in, and I'm just I was very eager, to get this podcast running. So yeah, the Switch 2 unboxing. I feel ho ho.
Well, it's so flimsy.
Yeah, just like the other docks. They're all flimsy. Yeah. Let's show to the viewers at home,
Yeah. Don't trust it.
No, but it's really.
This one looks a little bit more sturdy.
No, it's exactly the same as the other dock, Rem.
Yeah.
Just don't squeeze it too hard. It's not my cat.
don't squeeze your cat.
Oh, he does. Speaking about squeezing cats, let's get to the next section, Retro Rewind. Gracias, hombre. So it's time to do the Retro Rewind section, the most fun section of this whole podcast. Is everything still working? Wow, yes, it is.
It's amazing. It's
a shorter podcast, by the way, for those of you wondering, like, hey, why is it not 1 hour? Because we recorded a Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct separately response, separately from this podcast, and you can watch it on our YouTube channel.
So,
are you ready?
Yeah. So what do you have in store for me?
Well, in my store, I have 2,800 Nintendo Switch 2s. You know,
Don't say that, man.
So Retro Rewind. The score, because I was counting the points, and every time Remco guesses a game, he gets a point. But if he doesn't guess it, I will get a point. And this is what we've been doing. We will change the system for season 2 of this podcast. But at least for now, we do it like this. And the score is 4-4. So it's, you know...
Yeah,
the score is 4-4.
Spicy.
Spicy meatball.
So this is an important round, actually. So
it's an important round. I'm just going to pick a game. Alrighty.
Yeah.
So, viewers at home, if you know the name of this game, let us know in the comment section down below with the timestamp when you guessed it. Can you guess it before this motherfucker does yes or no? Yes.
Alrighty then.
And by the way, there are some words that I will censor. Words like Mario or Luigi. I will maybe say Brad Pitt or George Clooney. Otherwise, it will be too easy, peasy, lemon squeezy. So, there are many, if any, other games in this book that are usually defined online by their intro sequence. But Britney Spears is a rare case. Pun always intended. Because it features one of the most memorable intros of all time. Hit me, baby, one more time.
Hit me, baby.
Continue.
One more time.
One that has become part of internet memedom. If you're unfamiliar with the hit me, baby, one more time, it's your solemn duty to put this book down. Go to YouTube and watch it now, before reading the rest of this article.
It doesn't say that.
It does say that. No. I mean it. Okay. It does say that.
Okay. Okay.
All done? Okay, let's continue. I mean it.
Okay. Oh, that's very funny, actually.
Actually, Konami had seemingly left the Britney Spears series behind after the trilogy. It couldn't quite resist returning to Britney Spears and her dancing partners for one more adventure. And a truly polygonal one this time. Oh yeah, as opposed to the pre-rendered 3D sprites of the 16-bit games.
16-bit?
The father of Britney Spears, the villain of the previous games, has returned once again, and this time he's riding a huge island-shaped ship.
Okay.
You thought about something dirty, Diana. That's not a hint.
That's a song.
Yeah. He doesn't really do subtly, this chap. The ship is armed with an enormous weapon called the Blast-O-Matic, which Britney Spears' father wants to use to destroy Britney Spears' her house once and for all. Yeah, because you know that Britney Spears, her dad, was not so nice, eh? I don't know.
Yeah.
The history of Britney Spears, her biography is, by the way, right there. It's out of frame, but it's right there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The woman in me.
Yeah. I still have to read it, and I will lend it to you, of course. So, it seems like a sound idea in practice, were it not for the fact that Britney Spears' father's family members are about as useful as a chocolate teapot, and before long they end up crashing the ship, which in turn damages the blast-o-matic and renders it useless. Britney Spears' father's family members, General, comes up with a good idea. Since Britney Spears will clearly be on her way to give Britney Spears' father a kicking before the blast-o-matic can be fixed, Britney Spears' father's troops will keep her distracted by kidnapping Britney Spears, her friend. The friend of Britney Spears. Who's her friend? Christina Aguilera. As well as Christina Aguilera's stash. Because let's face it, it's become a tradition by now. This should hopefully keep Britney Spears busy long enough for Britney Spears' father's engineers to fix the blast-o-matic and blow Britney Spears her mansion to smithereens. Starting off as Britney Spears, players can eventually find and rescue the rest of her family and swap between them during the game. Each has their own special abilities, meaning the player needs to switch between them regularly on their adventure. Britney Spears, for example, has the ability to pull levers, while Christina Aguilera has a jetpack that let her reach higher areas. And Ariana Grande has a long reach that lets her defeat enemies from a distance. And she can also walk on her hands to get up steep slopes. Justin Timberlake, meanwhile, can shrink in size and can also twirl his ponytail to float. Just imagine Justin Timberlake with a ponytail. Well, I've seen Stranger Things.
Season 3, 4.
Yeah. Well, I've seen all the seasons, and I'm still waiting for last season. That's a good one. That's a very good pun. I respect you for that.
Thank you.
That is very good. What's wrong?
No, I'm thinking what it is.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
Ponytail.
Ponytail.
So another singer. You know that Justin Timberlake was, of course, another. He's the ex of Britney Spears, and that's why I mentioned him here.
I know.
Let's see. Christina Aguilera, Ariana Grande. Who else? Who else? Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga. Wait, where are we now?
The ponytail, right?
Ponytail, yeah. Well, Lady Gaga can grow and pull off a strong punch. Britney Spears is notorious for being one of the biggest collectathons in the history of platformers. If you want to complete the game with a full 101% rating, that's right, you have to get 201 golden microphones, 10 battle crowns, 20 microphone fairies, and 40 microphone medals, 8 boss keys, and 2 special coins. And if you manage all that, you deserve a medal yourself. So that's the whole text, actually.
Hard one. First I was thinking like maybe something like Banjo and Kazooie, but that was only on the 64, and it wasn't like a 16-bit version.
That is a very, very interesting thought, and very,
like a 16-bit version.
Yeah. So that's your first thought, and then, but then, what did you think then?
Yeah, it is a platform game. That was obvious, but then I thought like
because Britney Spears is not fighting alone. She has many of her buddies. You can switch to Ariana Grande and Justin Timberlake.
Like Donkey Kong game, but Donkey Kong 64.
And you thought right, indeed, Remco-chan. It is Donkey Kong 64. It is.
It is.
Let's go bananas. Indeed. And your thought was exactly right, because
but
Banjo and Kazooie is, of course, also from the same makers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you were totally in the right direction, Remco. Let's go bananas.
Oh.
Right here.
I'm going bonanzas, man.
So, yes, I thought Donkey Kong 64, of course, would be the best to do today, because we also did a reaction to the Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct. Link down below, hopefully. So yes, very good, Remco. 5 points for you, 4 for me, and hopefully next week I can make it 5-5. Speaking about 5, let's hit it, brother. And with that, we end this NintenDUO Podcast. I want to say Nintendo Direct, but it's not a Nintendo Direct. If you're still watching this podcast and you're not subscribed, then what the hell are you doing here? We have recorded for 37 minutes, and I hope you're going to be here next week for another episode.
Yeah, please comment down below.
Something, give us some love, because, we need the love. We discussed a lot of things. Remco, you want to recap this?
Yeah, so we were talking about the Nintendo Switch 2 consoles that were sold in Texas. So, yeah, where are they?
Yeah.
Hopefully, we get some new news about what happened to them. And Metroid Prime 4 isn't out right now, but it's out this year.
Very soon.
And, the Switch 2 unboxing.
Yeah. Unboxing.
The Switch the Switch 2 dock unboxing.
It was amazing. I mean,
it was amazing.
Yeah, it went very well. Yeah. About the Metroid Prime 4 thing, I just want to say the last thing to end this up, but so many mistakes are happening. Like, Pauline is being, spoiled before, the Switch 2 was being spoiled before, and now the Switch 2, Metroid Prime 4, so many spoilers everywhere. Like, why is Nintendo so bad at keeping people's mouth shut suddenly? It wasn't always like that. Maybe they should go, back to the olden times, spank some asses. But anyways, see you next week.